Hi, this is Arlene. So, anyways, I'm taking my walk and wanted to talk about the cell phone. I know people get hit by the cell phone. So, it's very interesting. A lot of people, all these cars, as I approached, I didn't get on video, but as I approached, they pulled in, but it's a FedEx parking lot. So, anyways, what I wanted to talk about is the cell phone. Everyone has their own opinion on how the cell phone is worked or used as a remote source. And so anyways, I'm getting hit from somewhere over there. I just don't know where. It's from my left. It could be this truck or it could be somewhere up over there. I'm not quite sure. It stopped now. I don't know if it's the power lines or someone up in the hills because there is a trail up there. So anyways, I just wanted to talk about the usage of the cell phone. I had mentioned and probably have videotaped on a couple of videos about the cell phone. Now, the cell phone can be used remotely because I remember one time looks like I got stung by somebody. I'm not sure from where. So anyways, there's been a debate among people that a cell phone can be used. And a cell phone can be used remotely. And some people think like, okay, if you're getting like direct energy from a cell phone or shocked, whatever you want to call it, that the person that has the cell phone can be unaware of it. And I don't believe that to be true because I know I've been in meetings, and I don't know if they've just been told to do it to mess with me, where everyone will have the bottom of their cell phone pointed at me. And they're sitting next to me, the phone will be sideways, so the bottom of the phone. But it could be wrong. A lot of it, not this iPhone I got, but the one before I had a return. And I was getting actually shocked by the phone. Unfortunately, I didn't think about using my tri-meter against the cell phone. But when I would hold my phone, I would get shocked, like a vibration. And because I had a silicone cover, you could feel it, but it wasn't too bad. But I could feel it. And then my screen, I could feel it. Now my iPad, the actual screen, I can feel like I'm getting hit. There's like some kind of magnetic energy or whatever it is. I'm getting hit in the face with it. So anyways, the reason why I know that people that own the cell phone know is because when I was at UC Irvine, I went, my job, we went on a tour up there. It had to do with, recycling, sustainability. It had to do with all that kind of information. So when we were walking back to the car, out of the blue, I went ahead and I had changed, I abruptly turned my head, and that's when I seen that my supervisor, she put her cell phone, like close to my head so like I could get hit on the head. And the only reason being because I had just casually like turned, like a girl, you have nothing against you guys, but you're a girl and you have you like kind of flip your hair and you use your hand to kind of like brush it over your shoulder. Well, anyways, That's what I did. And from the corner of my eye, because she's shorter than me, she was like on her tippy toes with her cell phone trying to put it on top of my head. And because I had turned and stuff, she didn't get quite the hit she intended, but I did get hit in the head. That's for sure. And so that's how I know. She knew that somehow, I don't know if she got like some kind of text message or something through her phone to communicate to her, yeah, put your phone on Arlene's head. You know, put it behind her head or wherever, the way she did it. And so that is what had happened. And I noticed, like, when I go to my mom's, she always has a cell phone somewhere by me. And you know what? I think I'm getting hit on the arm from somewhere over here. I wonder if it's the power lines up here. Could be. So anyways, I noticed that, you know, I get hit from her phone. And then there's times like, I won't say where, but somebody's talking to me, and it's like they know that their phone, I don't know if it's a signal or what, they know that their phone is going to let off something where I'm going to get hit. And sometimes people will move their phone away. Now, I don't know if they're getting zapped by their own phone because they did that. That I don't know. And then there's also like this black square or something. It almost does the same thing as the cell phone, but it gives off a vibration. And I don't know if that's still being used or they've moved on to something else. Because I know that I was being used, I was getting hit from that. And I first came across that when I was in college at the library. So anyways, you'll notice that as I walked by earlier in the video, you'll see that silver car. And that person is just sitting there. I don't know if they're an employee or not, but they're just sitting there. All the other employees that parked in this FedEx parking lot got up and left. This one's just sitting there. So anyways, getting back to the cell phone. So people that have the cell phone, they know that it's being used. That I don't really doubt at all. So they're not, I don't believe anyone's innocent. They know their cell phone. Just like, I'll post a picture. I was at the gas station and this guy had his cell phone behind him with the bottom facing me. Now either that's just to make me think that, but I do know the cell phones do give off something, because one time I took my phone back to the Apple store because my phone was, you know, as I mentioned earlier, vibrating. I felt like I was getting shocked by it. And they were like, oh no, and then, you know, the guy did something like reset my phone. Well, actually, that something happened with the phone where it wouldn't charge anymore, so I had to get a new phone. This year, I've gotten 3 new phones from the Apple store, and none of it has to do with the Apple Care. They all have to do with the bottom of the port where you charge, and the other one, the little port where you put your headphones in, coincidentally. So I find that very interesting. And I know I've heard from other targeted individuals that there's people that are in place in different locations. It's just a matter, someone says it's a matter of activating them. Some people use the term as ground soldiers. So I know at Apple, maybe not per se Apple, but there are employees at Apple, because when I'm in there, I'll notice people will, the person that's helping me is like always getting texts and stuff. And then I've been electronically harassed. And I know some of it's customers, but some of the employees there have done it. And I've gone to the Brea. I'm a regular at the, well, I'm not a regular, but I shop at the Brea store and at the Pasadena store. And it's happened at both of the locations. So anyways, getting back to the cell phone, if you get hit by a cell phone, the owner of the cell phone is a part of it. They're not an innocent party that doesn't know what's going on. They know what's going on for sure. So anyways, I just wanted to talk about that because no one really talks about the cell phone. And there is debate on it, but I know anything can be used to hit you, your cell phone, your iPad, your laptop, your computer, the light bulbs. If you see in my other YouTube videos, I'm in my apartment hallway, and I got hit by the electricity from the lamps that are on the ceiling. So a lot of it seems to be through electrical. So I have a very hard feeling. I can't believe that Edison doesn't know what's going on. I think they're passive and they know what their electricity is being used on. And get a load of this. I moved into this apartment complex by Rosemead and Washington and Pico Rivera. Now, Edison, we got to notice that Edison is going to shut the power off at our apartment complex to do maintenance work, which I'm sure is probably upgrades. And gee, I wonder if it's because I live there. I don't know if there's any other targeted individuals in the complex except me. But the closest one that I know that lives by me is in Santa Fe Springs. Then another one I know, he lives in Downey. I think two are in Downey, and one's in Santa Fe Springs. Those are the closest, and they're both men. I've yet to meet a woman in my area that's targeted individual. They're all, where I'm at is men, even though they say that that percentage is high for women. I have yet to experience that, though I have talked to women on the phone, but as far as in person, all men. Gone to meetings, all men. So anyway, some of these cars going by that you see in the background, a lot of them are residents of where I moved out of, the town home complex called Whittier Woods, right there on Workman Mill, across from the Swiss family restaurant. So very familiar. There's actually, like, this car doing electric harassment on my foot, and they probably didn't realize they're on video. So some cars do have a device where they can do something to you, and some don't. Like one evening on an older video, I was jogging down the hill, and somebody, it was like about 25, it was like a car club, and one of them had a device because it got hit hard in the knee, hard enough to know. So I tweeted about it, and then all of a sudden the sheriff started cruising around and stuff like that. So I know people get my tweets. Twitter account I'll use especially in emergency. Like if something happens to me, I'll tweet about it right away, and I'll tweet where I'm at, take a picture of it, make a video of it. You know, I'll do all that stuff. It's a nice view of the mountains though. Let me see if I could, I don't know if you can capture it all. Nice view of the mountain range. All the lights though kind of mess up the view of it. And let me see. Yeah, so people that have their cell phones, and there is a gadget. There's other small direct energy weapons that can be used and passed along. I know that at work, where I work, I'm a county employee, so where I work, I know they have stuff. And there's a lot of engineers there, so I'm sure they're very gifted in that area when it comes to the technology, because some of them have degrees like electrical and all that stuff, so they know their stuff. Unfortunate for me, I don't know squat. But anyways, I just thought I would just discuss the topic of the cell phone as a weapon that can be used against you, and that the owner of that cell phone completely is aware of what is going on, and they're just as guilty as any other person. They cannot not know. Okay, I'm gonna get ready. I jog in this area, it's kind of quiet. All I really see are a few people will stalk me on foot, and the rest are mostly by car. So I'm gonna start walking.